Welcome back to the Connect Show, Texas. So, Michelle, I got to tell you, our next guest, so excited for her right here on the CW. We have a boss babe in her own right. Her name is Morgan Seaman, and she's with us today as a life coach. She offers webinars and workshops and a host of resources for you moms out there, so you can be empowered at home. So let's welcome her to the show. Hi, Morgan.
Hey ladies, so excited to be here. Thank you.
Yes, hello Morgan. We are so excited to hear your tips about self-care and so much more. But I am also so interested in your background. It says that you were in clinical research, the industry for over 17 years. You just were not fulfilled and you decided to make a change. Can you please talk us through that transition?
Absolutely. So I was blessed to find the clinical research industry, which is amazing and doing so much good for everybody all around the world. And spent about 8 years in the industry before I had kids, where I felt like a superwoman, superhuman who just kept climbing and climbing and climbing.
Yeah.
And then I had my kids and I kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And eventually, the expectations of the corporate world and the expectations of being a mom, and mainly the expectations I was putting on myself, became too much and not as fulfilling as I wanted it to be. And so eventually I hit a breaking point. I was in my closet crying and I said, you know what? I don't have to do it this way anymore.
Right.
And I pivoted. I went back to my roots in psychology and decided to help other women have that awakening, that it doesn't have to be as hard as we sometimes make it.
I would absolutely love to know, and I'm sure so many of us who don't have time or don't even know how to put that into our routine, what are some tips that you can give us to create a self-care routine that is sustainable?
Excellent question. And you hit the nail on the head with that word sustainable. There are so many messages in the media about what self-care should look like, bubble baths and lavish retreats and all of this time and expense. And I like to take self-care back down to its core, simple, taking care of ourselves, making an investment and taking an active role in our own well-being. So for somebody out there who's listening and says, I don't even have time, I would say the first thing you can do is take 3 minutes to transition from one activity to the next, whether you are running home from work and getting ready to be a mom, whether you are getting ready to pick your kiddos up from school. Take 3 minutes to reset, breathe, tune out all the other distractions, and then walk into that moment the way that you want to show up.
That is so good. And, before you go, you've got to tell our viewers at home all about this amazing challenge. It's the self-care challenge. It's free, so anyone can do it. What do we need to know? How do we get involved?
Okay, I am so excited about this challenge. It is 7 days of sustainable self-care, 15 minutes a day, ladies. That's what we're going to be working on. Mindset and then the self-care, because it's not always in the doing. So what do you need to know? You can check out my website, thisempoweredmom.com. There is a banner where you can register. And then we are going to be having a self-care party in a private Facebook group. You'll get daily challenges by email, and I will be walking alongside you as your guide and helping you really embrace a self-care mindset and tune out all of those nasty shoulds.
Definitely check out Morgan's 7 Days Challenge. That sounds incredible and sustainable. Before we had to break, we're going to take a quick chat with Kat Shelby with our tech tip of the week.